Hey everyone, the Game Piece here, and for today's video I wanted to go over the best way of resetting your TV builds. Chances are that if you have some TEMTEM that were built before the Kiswa patch hit, you're going to have to readjust some TV values in order to change your builds to better fit the competitive playstyle that you want to run now. So let's get right into the best way of resetting TV values. So before anything, the cheapest way to do this, I want to make sure people are aware of an item called the Eraser. Now this item can be found after obtaining the rock climbing gear. You'll be able to go back to Tukma and climb up the rock climbing area closest to the city. If you go ahead and go up that area, you'll be able to find the gear item, the Eraser. This item, if equipped, will remove half of the TVs gained from defeating the wild TEMTEM, meaning if you defeat a wild TEMTEM that will give you, for instance, 2 speed values, it will remove 1 speed TV per TEMTEM defeated there. So this is a bit slower of a method to remove TVs. I think this is more so meant for if you do accidentally overshoot a build in the wild, you can just equip that eraser there and fix it right there real quick on the fly, rather than having to do these other alternative methods that I'm going to discuss in a minute here. So that is definitely an option for you. I just want to make sure you are aware of that gear item. But now that you are aware of that, let's get into the other options that you can actually spend pants on to do. So if you saw my video the other day going over the new TV training items, you know that the new fruit candy items got added into the game. So those can be used to increase your SP values by 1, but they can also be used to remove your SP values by 1. So if you do have a particular build that you accidentally end up overshooting, or if you just flat out have to remove a smaller amount of values, this is going to be the best option for you. I think if you just want to do it quickly, just spend some money to get some of these candies and remove the necessary TV values that you need. These fruit candies can be bought in the last city in Kiswa. You're going to be able to buy them at the fruit stall just outside of the city for 75 each. But let's say you have a TEMTEM that needs to be fully wiped or needs a stat to be completely wiped out. You're going to want to head over to Amnesia to the fruit stand there. Go over to the western side of the island where the fruit stand is there once you reach Amnesia, and you'll be able to buy these fruits that reduce the TV values of your TEMTEM. Now they do have fruits that will reduce them by 20 points, but I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom and maybe perhaps consider buying this weakener yuzu. Now there's 2 different costs here associated with this. The 750 weakeners only reduce 20 SV values, and those are only for one particular stat. So if you do have to decrease maybe a small amount of TVs, maybe that is the way to go. But I think that personally, maybe your best option would be either buying a new TEMTEM altogether, or wiping out the TVs completely. In some certain cases, it is cheaper to just buy a brand new TEMTEM if the TEMTEM is going for very cheap at that moment, but I would say for the most part, you're going to want to just completely wipe out the TVs with the weakener yuzus. With the 750 costing fruits that only remove 20 SVs, you're going to end up paying 37,000 Pansun in order to completely remove the TV values. Whereas if you use these weakener yuzus instead, you're only going to be paying 12,000. So there's a pretty substantial difference there. So definitely, if you want to just clear out a TEMTEM altogether, use these weakener yuzus over the other weakener fruits. You're going to save a lot of Pansun in the long run that way. The only instance where I could see you wanting to use those other weakener fruits is if you were trying to remove a smaller value and it was just worth it to you to spend the Pansun there. But overall, I would say clearing out the TVs with the weakener yuzus is the way to go, or just use the eraser item if you want to save some money altogether in the long run from removing the TVs. But that is all of the current methods available for removing TVs from your TEMTEM. I hope that this guide helped you out in getting the correct build set for your TEMTEM for competitive play. I know that TV training can be a frustrating process sometimes, but trust me when I say it is worth it to TV train your TEMTEM if you're interested in competitive play, as well as trying to rework your builds from before. It's worth it to try to get a set TV build for the new update here. But hopefully you guys liked the video. Please feel free to leave a like if you did, and feel free to subscribe for more TEMTEM content in the future. Thank you guys so much for the support and for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.